Since the arrival of Aaron Rodgers, the New York Jets have been a franchise defined by hope and heartbreak. A 2024 season filled with playoff aspirations devolved into a screeching nightmare. The defense held its own at times, although that unit also had its problems, but the offense, a disaster. And at the core of that disaster was an offensive line that failed to protect its aging quarterback or pave lanes for its star running back well enough to field a consistent, top notch unit. Let's break it down. In 2024, the Jets ranked 30th in yards before contact per carry, 27th in rate of contact behind the line of scrimmage, and 30th in stuff rate. Translation: defenders lived in the backfield. Brees Hall, one of the NFL's most explosive backs, averaged just 4.2 yards per carry, a career low. Aaron Rodgers, pressured on 31% of dropbacks, took 40 sacks. The line wasn't as horrible as in recent years, but it still wasn't nearly good enough. Analysts pinpointed the issue: miscommunication. New additions like Tyron Smith brought pedigree, but the unit lacked synergy. Blown assignments, missed pulls, and a revolving door at right tackle turned every run play into a coin flip. Even improved metrics post week 6 couldn't mask the glaring truth. This group needed reinforcement. Enter Aaron Glenn. The Jets' new head coach isn't here to coddle. Fresh off transforming Detroit's culture, Glenn preaches mental toughness and discipline. His rules? Simple. Don't be late, respect the team and your teammates, don't disrespect the game. His vision? A team that's calloused by adversity, prepared to grind out wins in the trenches. Glenn's blueprint is clear: build through the trenches. In Detroit, he watched the team focus first on the O line, with Penei Sewell being the first pick of the Dan Campbell era, and then he helped craft a top 10 defense by prioritizing physicality and accountability, especially for the D line. Now, for the Jets, it seems like he will follow Detroit's template and start with fixing the offensive line. As he said himself, you can't disrespect this game. It's done too much for us. And in today's NFL, disrespecting the game starts with neglecting the big men up front. Which brings us to Will Campbell. The LSU standout isn't just the top tackle prospect, he's also a culture fit. At 6'6", 323 pounds, he's a technician with a mean streak. Duke Manyweather, the O-line guru and founder of O-line Masterminds, calls him a junkyard dog, definitively OT1, and that no one has better tape from this past college season. Brandon Thorne of Bleacher Report praises his elite lateral agility and grip strength, noting he gave up just 2 sacks and 5 quarterback hits in the 2024 season against SEC competition. The Athletics' Dane Brugler is grading him as a tackle and has him as OL1 in this class and a top 10 pick. Yes, his arms are less than the ideal length, but when the top O-line eval gurus are all in agreement, you make an exception to the standard thresholds. Campbell checks every box Glenn demands: toughness, durability, and leadership. He started 37 career games at LSU with PFF grades of 72.2, 87.8, and 75.4 year over year. For a Jets line that cycled through 6 different starters in 2024, his durability is a godsend. Plug him at right tackle opposite Olu Fashanu, and suddenly the Jets have bookends to protect Rodgers or his successor for the next decade. Imagine this lineup: Fashanu and Campbell at tackle, AVT and John Simpson at guard, and Tippmann at center. Suddenly, a weak link becomes a strength. Aaron Glenn knows this better than anyone. Championships are won in the trenches. Drafting Campbell isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. That's the kind of lineup that might even develop to the point of challenging the quality of the Lions' 2024 lineup of Decker, Glasnow, Ragnow, Zeitler, and Sewell. Aaron Glenn's message is clear: we're the freaking New York Jets. We're built for this shit. Drafting Will Campbell isn't just about fixing the line, it's about respecting the process, respecting the game, and finally, respecting the fans who've endured decades of the same old Jets. If we're really going to be built for this shit, then the O line needs to be the foundation that gets built out, upon which rests everything else. The time is now.
Non-pertinent. How do you log that non-pertinent?
No drug talk?
They use codes to hide their patron phone numbers. And when someone does use a phone, they don't use names. And if someone does use a name, he's reminded not to. All of that is valuable evidence.
Of what?
Conspiracy.
Conspiracy?
We're building something here, Detective. We're building it from scratch. All the pieces matter.